All right, another Prevent Your Adventure. I'm standing here on old Route 66, one of the first national highways for cars. This road went from Chicago to Los Angeles, and highways back then are not like highways you're used to now. They were roads that they just connected and put a number on. And this actually was this road right here was part of the original road in 1926. You can see it's gravel. It's not very wide, and cars traveled anywhere from Chicago to Los Angeles on this road. It was an exciting time for these people who had never really traveled like this before. It wasn't mostly vacation. A lot of it was people leaving middle America to move to the promised land in California, where there was lots of sunshine, lots of jobs, lots of happiness. Everyone wanted to go to California. Here we are. This was part of the original road. The road has been realigned and repaved at certain parts. It was 4 lanes wide that I've been on so far. We started in Chicago. We're now in Oklahoma. We have passed all kinds of old gas stations, really old motels that are still working, drive-in restaurants, all kinds of stuff that just is really nostalgic. And there's a lot of people that come out, just like me. This is considered one of the ultimate road trips from Chicago to Los Angeles without getting on any interstates or highways, riding roads. Now, most of them are not like this. Most of them are paved and they're better. A lot of the stuff has been paved over. The road's been decommissioned, but it's a really cool ride. We saw one of the original bridges across the Mississippi. It's closed to cars now. People can still walk across it. It wasn't much wider than this, and it had two-way traffic on it. Imagine that. Cars zooming by each other about 8 or 9 feet wide. It's just a whole different way, and it's one of the ultimate road trips. I know high school students always talk about road trips. My wife and I love road trips. Here we are in Oklahoma. Haven't been on a highway except for a couple times when it's been paved over old 66, and we're just cruising down Route 66 heading towards California. You're not going to get there this trip, and we're just having a great time. Here we are in a little town called Afton, Oklahoma. This is just kind of the remnants of what Route 66 was and what it no longer is. I'm sure many of you have seen the animated movie Cars in Radiator Springs, how no one ever came to town. It used to be a busy town until the highway went through and no one came. Well, that's exactly what we're looking at here. We're looking at cabins that they used to rent out to travelers. This was Route 66, so you can't see it. It's right over here. And people came through all the time, and they stayed in these places, and we've seen this in town after town after town. They're shut down. The main streets are gone. It's just like the song from James Taylor in Cars about our town. And this is just a small symbol of what it was. These were thriving businesses. Route 66 still existed, but the interstate went through. Everyone got on the interstate, and all these businesses suffered, went out of business. And as you can see, they just crashed and burned. This is just part of progress, I get that. But it's kind of sad when you drive through town after town with boarded up downtowns and people who used to have thriving towns, and now not much happening there. This is Americana. This is Route 66.